What's up, guys? Turns out I am not dead. I wanted to make a video actually talking about Crowfall in a vlog style format because I haven't done that in a very long time. There's been a lot of stuff that's happened since the last time I've done a video like this, so very exciting times for Crowfall. The project is starting to come together now, and I realized I've made videos like that like a long time ago, basically saying that, you know, it's starting to come together now, but the project increased in scope since then. The race class split was like the big, like, boom, like that really sort of blew the wheels off the whole project and was kind of like a 2 steps forward, 1 step back, and we're sort of recovering from the 1 step back at this point. Because when they announced that meant they had to go back and do a ton of work and, you know, a bunch of back end stuff. But now at this point, a lot of the systems are developed and the game is seemingly starting to progress pretty quickly now. There's a lot of things coming online that are the, you know, final piece of the puzzle for XYZ system. And I kind of want to talk about that because it's starting to get pretty exciting. It's still not a game yet, still not, there's still not much of a purpose. You can still play the game and have fun. I've been having a good bit of fun playing Crowfall, but you're kind of just, you're having fun learning the mechanics and I don't know, just digging around. There's not really a purpose yet. There's not a game loop. There's not, you know, meaningful things to do, but you can still have a good time despite that. But they're coming online quickly, and the things they've teased, I don't know, it's just nice. I kind of want to go over a lot of the stuff that's come out, because a lot of stuff has happened and come out that I haven't really talked about because I haven't made a Crowfall video like this in a while. So action harvesting, keep sieging, forts, the campaign maps are like pretty real, points of interest, lots of stuff, crafting tables of the assassin class, tons of UI updates, the map feature, vessels and crypts, sacrifice system to level your vessels up, eternal kingdom benders have been teased at this point. So a lot of stuff, but the main thing is that a lot of the system, there's a lot of like final puzzle pieces getting ready to be implemented. And one of these, a perfect example of this is the crypt system. So we've had vessels for a while, we've had grave digging for a while, we've had necromancy for a while, but the problem is that they've all been sort of irrelevant. There's been really no point to mess around with vessels, there's been no point to do grave digging, there's been no point to make bodies with, you know, necromancy, because you haven't had any way to implement it. But now with the crypt system going to be coming online within, I don't know, a couple months, who knows the timetable, but they've teased it, so I would assume soon, who knows. But with that coming online, that validates all the previous things. When crypts come online, that means you'll have a reason to make vessels, that means you'll have a reason to do grave digging, you'll have a reason to make to do necromancy. That profession is now validated. Same thing with something like jewel crafting. You've been able to make, you know, jewel crafting stuff for a while, or wait, you've had the ability to equip it for a while, but you couldn't make it because there weren't certain resources in. There's a lot of little final puzzle pieces coming in that, you know, it's like, yes, we just needed this one little thing, and now, boom, we're ready to go. It's like having a car. It's like Crowfall right now, it feels like a car where it's like, you've got the whole car built. Like, the damn thing is almost complete, but you need a spark plug because you can't start it without the spark plugs. And I feel like right now we're just putting in the spark plugs, and you know, we're gonna eventually start the car, and it's probably gonna run like shit, and it's gonna be clunking down the road for a while, but it's gonna be fun because we're gonna have a moving car, and then slowly we're gonna fix the car. And, you know, maybe you need some new tires or whatever, but eventually we're going to get the damn thing started, and I feel like we're close to at least getting it started, even though it might not be a smooth ride for a while. So, very exciting for the upcoming Crowfall stuff. I would recommend that you definitely give it a look if you haven't looked in a while. I took a big break from the game. I've been playing, I still play it pretty casually right now, but I've been busy doing some real life stuff, and when I came back and started really paying attention again, I was like, wow, holy shit, a lot has changed now that I'm actually like playing the game. And there's still a lot of rough around the edges. Like right now the servers are super laggy because they just updated Unity, and there's been some hilarious, you know, very pre-alpha bugs with as of just recently, the people were immune to damage when they switched trays. Like, there's a lot of fuckery about still with Crowfall. Another thing that's pretty exciting is that they have completely quelled the pay-to-win concerns that I had. I made a video talking about the Crowfall pay-to-win situation and how I thought it was pretty overblown, and I don't think the game was pay-to-win. But I suggested things that I would change to make it even less potentially pay-to-win, and they literally implemented all of them. They said, okay, yeah, we'll do that. So, like, I'm very pleased with that. One thing they did is that you can no longer double dip into the combat tree. Excellent change. Very excited about that. Then they announced the tome system, which is essentially was pitched as a catch-up mechanic to where you can, like in EVE Online, essentially sell your skill training time to other players. And immediately I had a concern with this kind of could potentially turn into pay to win if you have some guy that's buying tons and tons of skill training time and just blasts through his skill tree. And I suggested, hey, you guys should make it to where you can't train your skill training past the duration the game has been out. Basically, if the game has been out for a year, you can only have 1 year of skill training. And they said, I guess they heard that suggestion and they were like, yep, we're gonna do that. So both of my big concerns, the double dipping in the combat tree and the, progressing faster than the duration the game has been out, both of those are now a thing. So Crowfall, not pay to win at all at this point. I still think buying VIP, do it. If you're into the game and you want to be a hardcore player, I would recommend buying VIP. It's not mandatory, but basically, Crowfall, from my understanding and from my feeling so far, Crowfall seems to be a game to where if, you want to play in the most competitive, convenient way possible, like you're not jumping through hoops, you can play the game buy to play and just buy the box, and you'll have to jump through a little bit more hoops with the skill training. It'll be a little less convenient for you. But if you want to have the most optimal, convenient, best experience ever, it's only going to cost you the $15 a month. So I really appreciate that. I like having a fixed cost for my games. I don't want to be playing a game that's free to play when all of a sudden I feel heavily inclined to have to spend whatever, $80 one month and then $40 another month and then maybe $10 one month or maybe $0 one month. I'd rather just have it be a consistent, like, this is what it costs. Boom, we're done. No fucking random ghillie suits are popping up on the cash shop. And that makes it for a better game too, because it gives the developer a consistent cash flow they can reliably depend on and make business decisions. It's the way to go for sure, and it keeps them honest. So, very excited about that. They've hired some new people. The team is a good bit bigger since the last time I made a video like this. And another thing I like is that they've been pretty conservative with their hiring. Now I don't know the fucking ins and outs of game development or their whatever, and I'd probably a little cringy for anybody inside the ArtCraft entertainment whatever machine, because they know more than I do, and I'm just speculating and I have no fucking experience in this regard. But it seems like they have been very conservative with their hiring practices. What happens a lot with game studios, in my experience, from what I've seen, is that they will hire a shitload of people when the game is being developed. And then as soon as the game comes out, mass layoffs. I don't think that's going to happen with Crowfall. They might lay off some people because some people's job isn't relevant anymore now that the game is out and it's like a finished product. Like, you don't need you might not need a XYZ marketing guy when the game is now out. But it doesn't seem like they're just going to lay off everybody the second the game comes out and just, have the maintenance team. Because that's kind of what happens with a lot of MMOs. They'll have this big 300-person development team, and then they'll really cut it down when the game actually comes out. Even for successful games. But I feel like around there, everybody's going to actually be working on the game consistently, like, from a long-term perspective. At least most people are. So that I'm kind of excited about. They didn't hire a shitload of people to just kind of throw them away. But who knows? It might just be fucking Blair and, some other guy, Blair, Todd, and Gordon, and that's it. Who knows? I'm just guessing. But that's kind of what I feel like. Lots of other fun stuff in the pipeline I didn't mention. Frostweaver still isn't out. Very excited to see what that class is. A lot of people are pretty pumped up about that one. I kind of hope it's dot based. I really want there to be like an Infliction Warlock kind of style class where you've got, you're putting up debuffs and it's more of a slow based thing. Maybe, who knows? The way the dot system works in this game, that might not be viable or a thing, but I would like to see them try to have some sort of like dot based class, because there's not one. I think it'd be neat. The crazy chain weapon thing, I don't think that's going to be a thing. I think it's going to be a traditional range class. But yeah, fun stuff with Crowfall. Let me see if I missed anything. You'll definitely see me covering Crowfall more and more now that it's starting to come together and there's starting to be a pretty serious game loop. Yeah, it's fun, man. It's fun to see it starting to come together. It's getting very sandboxy now. It's actually getting to the point where you are seeing people do some very interesting things, and I'm pumped. I'm very pumped. So let me know what you guys think. If you're interested in Crowfall, be sure to sign up with the referral link down in the description below. I do get a little kickback when you sign up with that, and I highly recommend that even if you don't buy anything from that link, sign up with that link, because I believe still, as of the recording this video, if you sign up with that link, you get into the beta for free. When the free beta waves start, you will get in for free. That is no longer going to be a thing forever. That's not going to be a thing forever. So even if you don't buy anything, you don't give a fuck, whatever, at least sign up with the link, because eventually they're going to be doing away with the free beta waves. And from my understanding, they are not going to be doing a big free beta where they just let anybody in when they want to sign up. They're not going to have an event like that. So if you want to get in for free now, at least sign up ahead of time, because that's going to be the only way you're going to be able to get in for free anyway. So do that. And if you do buy something, I get a little kickback. Appreciate that. And yeah, pretty excited for the future of the Crowfall. And pretty pumped to actually be having a game here pretty soon. Very fun. Anyway, hope you guys enjoyed the video. See you next time. Have a good one.